The Constitutional Convention was supposed to start on May 17th in Philadelphia, but only delegates from Pennsylvania and Virginia showed up on time. Virginia's group included George Washington, the famous leader of the Revolutionary War, and James Madison, who was already working on fixing problems with the government. Things got moving on May 29th, when Virginia Governor Edmund Randolph introduced the Virginia Plan, which Madison mostly wrote. This plan called for a stronger national government with 3 branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. It also gave the national government power to overrule state laws and taxes. The delegates agreed on having a single president with veto power, despite Madison wanting more shared power. A big debate arose about how to count enslaved people for representation in Congress. At that time, enslaved African Americans made up about 1/3 of the population. Northern states worried that counting them fully would give the southern states, where slavery was most common, too much power. The compromise was to count each enslaved person as 3/5 of a person for both taxes and representation. This disagreement was an early sign of the divisions that would later tear the country apart. There was also a fight between big and small states over how representation should work. Large states wanted representation based on population, while smaller states feared losing their voice. On June 14th, New Jersey's William Peterson proposed the New Jersey Plan, which called for a single-house legislature where each state had 1 vote. The delegates rejected it on June 19th, with only 3 states supporting it. In early July, Roger Sherman from Connecticut proposed the Great Compromise. The lower house would have representation based on population, while the upper house would give each state an equal vote. By late August and early September, the delegates turned to the presidency. They debated how long the president should serve and how they should be elected. They settled on a 4-year term with no limit on re-election. Instead of Congress or the public directly electing the president, they created the Electoral College. The people would vote for electors, who would then vote for the president.